Hey everyone, it's getting crazy out there. Clayton here. I hope you're doing well during this crazy time. Well, Clayton and Grover, how you doing, buddy? Well, we've got some breaking news out of the retail world that has a direct connection to real estate, jobs, and the broader economic collapse that we're seeing. So if you're not paying attention right now to what's happening out there, especially in the retail space, then you're not being financially smart. You really need to learn this stuff, because retail is getting hit hard right now. Dick's Sporting Goods just announced a few hours ago that they will be laying off a huge number of employees.
Tonight, KDK has learned that Dick's Sporting Goods will be furloughing some employees beginning Sunday. Dick's tells John Delano this will affect a significant number of employees at its more than 800 stores and the company's corporate headquarters here in the Pittsburgh area. Dick's says it will continue to maintain full health insurance coverage for the employees who are furloughed.
Now, they call it a furlough, which means that their employees will still get benefits, which is nice. But this is going to happen on April 12th. So what's the reason here? Well, the sporting goods retailer said that the furloughs are as a result of uncertainty surrounding the duration of store closures given the COVID-19 pandemic, their words. You know, look, let's be honest, going to pick up golf balls right now and sneakers is not considered essential. So as the coronavirus crisis continues, all the company's 800 plus stores across the country have been shut down. And the retailer is continuing to serve customers through its e-commerce channels and is offering curbside, contactless pickup at Dick's and Golf Galaxy locations where they're allowed, where they can permit this. Everything else, though, started to collapse. As everything started to collapse, Dick's previously started suspending share repurchase of its stock. They also cut capital expenditures, reduced salaries of their executives and their senior leadership and other employees. It's been a mess. Dick's released a statement, and I'm going to read it to you now. As the impact of the virus continues to grow, it's increasingly evident that our stores are not going to reopen to public access anytime soon. However, it's with a heavy heart that we must now furlough a significant number of our teammates beginning April 12th. Our teammates are the lifeblood of our company, an amazing group of dedicated and passionate people, which makes this an agonizing decision and one we had hoped we would never have to make. That's sad. I would hate to ever have to write a letter like that. All the more sad because all these stock market junkies all over YouTube keep telling you to buy stocks like Dick's. Now, if you have significant money in the stock market, you need to get your head examined right now. So how's their stock doing right now? Let's take a look. It's tumbled 51% so far this year. That's far ahead of the S&P, which has lost 17%. So small teams in Dick's stores, distribution centers, and corporate offices are going to be able to continue to work, with many of them taking big pay cuts. Now, Dick's isn't the only one of many retailers right now that are having to announce furloughs. Joining other major footwear players out there, DSW, Saks Fifth Avenue, and Nordstrom, all having to, get shafted. And speaking of Nordstrom, by the way, the large retailer said its financial situation could become much worse if its stores continue to stay dark for much longer because of COVID-19. And here's the issue. Businesses that sell non-essential goods, such as clothes and shoes and luggage, have reached an almost complete standstill. Yeah, no one needs luggage right now. That's for sure. You're not going anywhere. Nordstrom said the pandemic so far has had, quote, a substantial impact on its business. Look, like Dick's, they've already taken a number of measures to cut costs and raise additional liquidity. It's furloughed the majority of its workforce. It's suspended its quarterly dividend payment effective in the second quarter of 2020, drawn down $800 million on its revolving credit facility, and halted also share repurchases. It's getting desperate out there. Panera Bread, look, is also selling groceries in their stores now. Customers are able to order bread, bagels, milk, yogurt, cream cheese, and fresh produce as part of an initiative that began on Monday. Wow, they're turning into a grocery store? It's a smart move, but is it enough? The coronavirus pandemic has forced many restaurants to also shut their dining rooms temporarily. Some of my favorite places we love to go, closed, done. Restaurant transactions plunged 42% during last week. And I'm hearing that bankruptcy attorneys are gearing up for an onslaught of applications. We have a couple bankruptcy attorney friends who've known for many, many years. They say this is going to be absolutely devastating for businesses. And the future of retail is here, folks. Things are never going to be the same. Look, once we start building these habits of ordering groceries from home, cooking more at home, which we've been doing nonstop, and finding automation tools like robots, we are not going back. This is exactly what happened in manufacturing in America when it moved to China at scale. It's not coming back to the United States. Just look at what grocery stores are doing right now. Did you see this? Just look at what grocery stores are doing right now. They're turning to robots to clean floors, stock groceries on shelves, and deliver groceries to customers. Why would they need to hire people again for that position? They're not going to. I went into a grocery store in Pennsylvania recently and saw one of those robots stocking the shelves. It was amazing. Brain Corporation, which actually supplies autonomous floor scrubbing robots to grocers, said it saw a 13% jump in the uses of its robots in stores in March compared to a year ago.
Good morning, everyone. My name is David Pinn. I'm the head of strategy at Brain Corporation, autonomous mobile robots. Our vision for a world in which robots are all around us, helping us with our day-to-day lives, in stores, in malls, in airports, in our homes. They're all around us. But the reason why we don't consider them robots is we need people to drive them around. What we do at Brain Corporation is that we're able to turn manually driven machines into autonomous vehicles.
Grocers staying open during the crisis have shortened their hours to allow for deep cleaning overnight. So they have to do it quickly overnight. So they have to turn to robots to get it done. Walmart, listen to this, the country's largest retailer and private employer, said it will have Brain Corporation self-driving robots in 1,800 of its more than 4,700 U.S. stores by the end of the year. They're also going to buy robots to get boxes off delivery trucks and sort them by department. Why would they ever go back to humans? They're not. Look, these retail closures are going to have massive impacts on real estate as well, especially in the commercial space for commercial investors, because they're going to see those strip malls starting to look like ghost towns. You're going to see commercial investors tearing them down, replacing them with warehouses to ship boxes right to your front door. All of these smaller sort of Amazon-style pop-up warehouses. So what's going on with this stimulus? Why are these companies getting crushed? Well, here's the issue. The loans from SBA Paycheck Protection loans haven't been rolled out yet. The banks are confused about it. We spoke to a high-level banker at a bank that shall not be named who told us, we need direction. We don't know what we're doing yet. Yes, it's good you got your application in, but we need some direction from the federal government here. The banks are confused and they don't know what to do. It's been a disaster. Also, Americans have yet to receive their $1,200 economic stimulus checks from the federal government from that first stimulus bill. They still haven't hit. And right now, talks, though, are underway between the Trump administration and Congress on a possible second recovery package to kind of blunt the economic impact of the virus. A second round of cash payments to Americans is part of these discussions at this hour. So we could see a second round of payments coming soon to you. But what about you? How are you holding up right now? Do you want some free money? Well, you can actually get free stocks just for signing up for Webull. All you need to do is use the link in the description below to sign up. Open a Webull account and they'll deposit stocks right in your account. Free money, even if you never do anything else with the account. We could all use that right now, couldn't we? So we're going to be following everything that is unfolding in the economy. So please subscribe right here to the channel, and we will see you next time, everyone. Much love to you.